Liv Morgan is back on the news with no good news, meaning she's getting talked about for the wrong reasons. And everyone knows already at this point, but let's talk more into it. So Liv Morgan was arrested yesterday in Sumter County, Florida after a traffic stop. Morgan was arrested for possession of marijuana, not more than 20 grams though, and possession of drugs, possibly synthetic cannabinoid, at 6:30 p.m. yesterday evening after a sheriff's deputy saw the yellow Jeep she was operating crossing over the white and yellow lines of a county road. According to the arrest report, when a Sumter County deputy approached Morgan's vehicle, the odor of marijuana was detected. Found inside Morgan's vehicle was a small plastic bag containing marijuana and a vape pen that held an oil-like substance. That substance later was tested to be marijuana. Morgan has already bonded out and was released last night. So there's some things we got to talk about this. So in the beginning, Liv Morgan was arrested yesterday in Florida for a traffic stop. And apparently she kind of seemed like she was a little bit high, if you get what I'm saying. Possession of drugs is a serious thing. Possession of drugs. You heard that right. She wasn't just having marijuana. She also had drugs in the car. That is a serious thing. And that's something I cannot condone. And this is Liv Morgan. You know, Liv Morgan, I will simp for Liv Morgan to day one. And now she's doing this. What? But it seems like she was swerving a little bit. It looks like she was swerving, like crossing over the white and yellow lines, which is pretty bad, you know, because you could injure someone. Then the cops looked in her car and found marijuana and drug usage, which is pretty bad. And then they arrested her and then probably put the most iconic mugshot next to XXXTentacion. There we go. We have the best mugshot I've seen. I'm not going to lie. But now Morgan has already been bonded out and was released last night, meaning she's out in the world again. She's not arrested, and which is pretty good. Before I talk about what WWE could do to her or whatever, I want to talk about how I feel about it. I don't think her getting arrested for marijuana is pretty much not a bad thing, but drug possession is a serious thing, which WWE has taken seriously in the past. But I did read this opinion on someone. I found it on Instagram, and it kind of does make sense, because when I first heard the news, I thought like, oh, Liv Morgan's career is done. Her career's over. I read this and I was like, it does kind of make sense. It says, listen, if WWE is stupid enough to release someone as popular as Liv Morgan for getting charged with a possession when Jimmy Uso has several DUIs, then man, I don't know what life is, but she can come reunite with Ruby in AEW, no problem, because that's not even the most serious charge even out of Florida in AEW, LOL. And I do agree with the first statement. I think if Liv Morgan does get released, it is kind of stupid, knowing Jimmy Uso's history of DUIs. And if you don't know what a DUI is basically you're drinking while driving under the influence. And that's way more serious than any like drug possession or marijuana possession, even though I don't condone drugs. If you're drinking while driving, you're putting someone's life at risk, and that's really bad. So never drink and drive. And Jimmy Uso has done that, and he's still with the company. You know, he's still in good terms with the WWE. So if they do release Liv Morgan for that, it is kind of stupid, because you've had drugs and weed, but I feel like you could handle that. But a DUI, that's way more serious than anything Liv done. So if WWE releases her, which I don't think they will, then it is stupid, but I think Liv Morgan will be fine, but I think there will be some sort of punishment coming her way. And it did happen. It did happen. So hearing the news that Liv Morgan got arrested, WWE suspended Liv Morgan for 30 days, which is a month, for breaking the wellness policy. We haven't seen Liv Morgan since July this year. There was no timeable return for her to come back, but I think she could have came back at the Royal Rumble. And knowing how far the Royal Rumble is, I believe she does have time to come back to the Royal Rumble. But it doesn't seem like she will return at the Rumble. So I don't know when she'll return, probably the night after Mania. But we'll see what WWE does there. But there was an interesting time where back then, WWE took marijuana seriously. You could just ask the one person that smokes it all the time. No, not Matt Riddle, meaning Rob Van Dam. Back in the day, like in the 2000s or 90s, if you had marijuana possession, you could be fired or released from the company. But knowing how time is today, I don't think she'll be released, like I said. I think Liv Morgan will be fine, but it is surprising to see what Liv did, even though we just saw her like a few months ago at the Barbie premiere, and she looked fine. And looking at her now, it is crazy to see she has drug possession and marijuana usage, even though marijuana is not bad. I say smoke it unless you're 21. Smoke it at 21, but don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. That's really all I found for Liv Morgan. Yeah, she got arrested, was released for bond and all that. Which is very shocking. Which is very shocking for someone like Liv Morgan to do that. It is kind of crazy. It is just a wild time to end 2023, huh? Will this affect Liv Morgan's career? I hope not, but I don't think Triple H would pretty much punish her that badly, because, like I said, we compared Liv Morgan to Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso was drunk driving, while Liv Morgan just had marijuana possession and drug possession. Even though Liv's wasn't that bad, yeah, she got caught, but we have Jimmy Uso here who's drinking and driving and could literally kill someone. I think Liv Morgan will be fine. She's just suspended right now, even though it doesn't really affect her much because she hasn't been seen on WWE TV since July this year. But she'll be back, and I hope they don't release her, because to me, the women's division just needs another star. Because right now, the women's division is kind of lacking right now, especially with Charlotte's injury. She's going to be gone for 9 months. So the women's division is kind of staggering right now. There's not much the women's division is doing right now, other than Rhea's mid-title reign and Damage Control pretty much owning SmackDown or whatever. But it's safe to say, I think Liv Morgan will be fine. We just got to wait and see what Triple H says or what the WWE does with her. Even though I think they're not going to do anything very serious to her, I think they're just going to suspend her, which they did. And I think they're going to look more into it, but we will see. We will see. But that is all for today. Thank you all for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you guys give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn on post notifications if you haven't to know when I upload a new video. Oh, and also follow my Instagram down in the description. You know, every follower counts. Just hit the blue button, please. Like, it's just click the link in the description and you're good. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Hey, Editor Dante here. So there has been more news about the arrest of Liv Morgan, and it turns out Liv Morgan reportedly took the fall for someone else, which could change a lot for her and the WWE, meaning, will they unsuspend Liv Morgan? Will they continue the investigation? We will see. But for all I know is that apparently Liv Morgan took the fall for someone else. We're going to have to wait and see if that person will come up and make Liv Morgan innocent. We will see. But all I know is that she took the fall for someone else, which is, you know, I will say that's a good move for her, you know. No snitches, you know, you can't snitch on your homies or friends, so don't snitch, and Liv Morgan just did that. But we will see what the WWE and Liv Morgan will do, so I'm gonna keep y'all updated, so stay tuned. But thank y'all for watching, and there's some other videos y'all can watch, so see ya.